Recently, we released a new version of SalesAnywhere 2020. So if you are familiar with this product or heard about this product before, now you know there's a newer version released. As I mentioned, SalesAnywhere is a mobile sales solution for Sage 300 and for mobile salesmen. When they are outside the office, when they are doing client visits, for example, they will be able to use this app and create transactions remotely and post them to Sage 300. So the beauty of this is without this particular solution, they might need to wait until they actually go back to the office before they can, let's say, enter an order into the system or create a quotation in the system. Now with Sales Anywhere, they can actually do it anytime when they are outside. SalesAnywhere covers the entire sales cycle within the Sage 300, from generating quotations to creating orders to invoicing, and also recording payments all the way to dunning, which is chasing late payments from customers. If they are overdue invoices they have not paid, they can actually use the dunning function within SalesAnywhere as well. And all the documents, the transactions could be generated within the app and then sent right away to the customer through messaging apps like WhatsApp, WeChat, Line, email. So they can do it all on their phones. So to highlight a few of these major functions, so quotations, basically the salesman can create and send quotations instantly. They could even do it in front of their customers. Let's say if they're doing a customer visit, they can send the quotation to the customer before they even leave the customer office. Can also create like orders and invoices and then post them remotely into 300 right away. And there's a function to record payments as well inside SalesAnywhere. And we recently added credit card payments into SalesAnywhere. Right now, we integrate with a credit card payment gateway called Stripe. But we can also add other payment gateways upon request. So if there's a customer of yours who somehow is already using a particular payment gateway, if they use SalesAnywhere upon request, we can also add integration to other payment gateways as well. Then just now I mentioned dunning. Dunning, well, traditionally is usually something done in the back office by someone. Once in a while, they would go through and see which customers are still owing money, which invoices are still not paid. But then now with SalesAnywhere, the salesmen themselves can actually see overdue invoices of their customers, and they can actively remind their customers to pay up for their invoices. This particular app is designed to work on mobile phones. We support Android, iOS, and we also have a version that is posted onto the Microsoft Store. So it can also run on Windows 10 machines or tablets. So let me show you the product. Okay, I switched to a browser, and what you are seeing is actually the screen share of my Android phone. So I have SalesAnywhere running on my phone right now. First of all, like imagine I am a salesman. I'm outside of the office. All of a sudden, I got a call from a customer, for example, and he wants a quotation of a few items. Instead of waiting to actually get back to the office to generate the quotation, I can pull up the SalesAnywhere app, select quotation, and then select which customer, let's say Mr. Ronald Black. And then I can choose the items to include in the quotation. And you can see SalesAnywhere support product images as well. We can show the images on inside the app. And I can also switch to a larger view to see the images more clearly. And this would be useful. Maybe if I'm at a customer site, I can actually show them the product images as well. So this time around, let's say this customer wants a quotation of these few items. Of course, I can go in and change the quantity. For example, this customer wants 5 of these desk lamps. And then once I'm done with adding all the items into the quotation, I can simply click post. And then what happens is the app actually contacts the Sage 300 system in my office. And the quotation is actually generated inside order entry right away. So quotation 97 is now posted into Sage 300. And what I can do now is I can also view and generate the quotation report. And that report will be the standard crystal report. Although you can see here, we actually customize a bit so that the quotation would also include the product images in it. And then what I can do is click share and basically send it to the customer right away. So any app installed on my phone that can handle PDFs could be used. So this time around, let's say I want to just like use WhatsApp and send it to the customer. And then basically they would get the quotation instantly. That's quick and easy. Then the next scenario could be, let's say I am a salesman, but I also drive a truck and I have the goods with me. So I do customer visits and I actually sell them the goods right away. So what I would want to do on the spot is actually generate sales order and also invoice the customer right away. So what I can do is I click on sales. Again, I'll choose the customer, Mr. Ronald Black. And then here I can choose the sales type. I can generate just an order or order plus shipment. Let's say if there are cases where I'm shipping goods, but the back office is doing invoicing, then I can choose the second option. But now I want to also generate an invoice right away. And then let's see, I'll choose a few items. Let's say the customer wants these. And then, of course, I can change quantity, etc. Once I'm done with this order, click post. We also have a signature feature. So it's an option you can turn on and off. Right now, I have it turned on. The app would require the customer to sign. So I can hand over the phone to the customer. They can sign the document, confirm. And then the order, the shipment, and also the invoice would be posted into 300. So invoice 293 is now ready. If I choose view, you can see I have an invoice here with the customer signature, verifying that the goods are received. And same thing as quotation, I can also click share and then send it to the customer. I can also take payment right away. So if I click payment and choose the payment code, so the payment code here, let's say, is master, which is set up in Sage 300 sample data. I can click on charge payment, and I can take the credit card information from the customer. So let's say the card number is this. It's a Visa. Put in the expiry date and CVV. And then click pay. As I mentioned before, right now the integration is with a payment processor called Stripe, but we can also add other payment gateways later. So right now the payment is successful. It comes back, and then the payment is actually added into AR as a receipt. So you can see this is actually the AR receipt document number, the payment number. So that is a very simple process. When I'm doing sales outside, I can actually generate order, invoice, take payment, all within the app, and then these are all done without the need of doing any more data entry later when I go back to the office. The next thing I want to show you would be dunning. So as I mentioned before, dunning is for the salesman to actually look up his customers and see if all the invoices are paid by the customer. So I can see here I got a few customers. They are usually quite late to pay. So if I click on Mr. Ronald Black, I can see the invoices that are overdue. So there's one invoice overdue, but it's less than 30 days. If I go to the other tab, 31 to 60, nothing. 61 to 90, nothing. But over 90 days. So these are all the invoices that are not paid and overdue for over 90 days already. So I have to do something. So I select a few of these documents with higher amount, and then set a due date of end of this month, for example, and then put in a comment, please pay ASAP. Click post. And what it does is it generates, say, 300 dunning letter, which would be the same, similar to what you can do within Sage 300. So once I confirm, I can see the dunning letter is generated with the invoices and also my custom message I put in just now. And then, of course, very easy. I click share. I send it out to my customer right away and remind them to pay up. So these are pretty much the main features of Sales Anywhere as of this point. As I mentioned before, we recently added the credit card payment, but that part is not included in the current release quite yet. So we'll actually add that in the next update, but you will see that very soon. And you can always contact us if you want to see or get a demo version of that. What I have shown you just now, the features inside Sales Anywhere. Sales Anywhere has been around for a couple years already. These has been available for a while, but now we are actually adding a few new exciting features into the next update of Sales Anywhere. And today I would like to give you a preview of what's coming. First, it's something called a customer self-service app. It's actually not for your Sage 300 customers, but for clients of your customers to place orders directly to the Sage 300 customer anytime, anywhere. So basically, with this app, the business's customers could actually use the app to place orders, and these orders would be added into their Sage 300 system. And there's no more need of having that particular customer maybe call in or use email to actually order things, and then eliminate a lot of data entry within OE in terms of placing orders. The end customer can also get up-to-date information on order fulfillment, because within that self-service app, they can see their past orders and open orders that are shipped or not shipped yet, those sort of information. And also the nice thing is if the customer wants to run promotions, the app would actually show current promotions to their end customers, and I'll show them to you later. And then the second feature we are adding is something called promotion QR code. So we came up with the idea that it makes it easy for your customers to run promotions. In order to run a promotion, for example, what they can do is they can create an OE quotation, and then within the OE quotation, they can put in special discounts for different items, etc. Then they can generate a QR code. Once they generate the QR code, they can send the QR code to their customers about the promotion. And for their customers, what they can do is, once they get the QR code, they use the self-service app, scan the QR code, and then they can see details of the promotion and order the promotion right away. And then the third one would be what we call the POS mode. Now, this feature in our mind is not to replace real full function POS. It's more like a mini POS for over-the-counter sale. So if a 300 customer, they might need to actually go to trade shows once in a while and sell goods there. Maybe they would open up some pop-up stores for a short period of time inside a shopping mall, for example, and do not want to invest in expensive POS hardware, because those things are expensive, and if they are not using them like in a retail store only for occasional use, then I think Sales Anywhere is actually perfect if they use it in this POS mode. So if now I want to run that self-service app. So this self-service app, imagine like I am actually a customer of the end customer of your Sage 300 customer. When I log in, it knows that I am the customer Ronald Black. And what I can see is I have 5 open orders placed before. And then I have 3 orders already shipped out, and I can expect them to come soon. And then I can also see promotions currently running by your customer. So if I click on open orders, for example, I can see these are all the orders I placed before, and also the ones that were shipped already. So now I can just simply do, let's say I want to order more from you. Then I click add, and then I can see the items that I can order. So let's say I select these and maybe these one. And okay, then I added all the items, and of course I can also change quantity, and then of course you can see I would not be able to change price, discount, etc. But if you have discounts and volume discount set up inside IC, when I'm changing the quantities, the system would actually update. So if you set up something that says like if the customer buys 10 of this, then the price changes, then I would actually see this real time. So let's say click OK, I close, and basically I am already placing the order with your customer. So order 78 is generated, and this can be all done through the app without any human data entry. And we also added credit card payment as well. So if the customer requires that within the self-service app, their customer, when they are placing orders, they need to pay right away, then I can also do that. I'll just use the same test credit card number. And then it goes through, all done. The payment is also recorded inside AR now. And then, of course, the customer can also view the order. And then instead of sharing, sending it to other people, maybe I want to actually save a copy of this particular order in my Google Drive. So I click Drive, and then I already have a copy of the PDF of the order. So I don't even need the business to actually generate a PDF, send it to me later, or even print it out, mail it to me. I can do it all by myself. Then another thing is, of course, a side effect of this, and it would be a welcome side effect, is like your Sage 300 customer definitely wants their customers to pay up on time. So within this sales self-service app, we also show for this particular Ronald Black customer, he actually got overdue invoices as well. So basically, it's sort of like a reminder that, hey, there are invoices, you need to pay up, so you better do it here. And we are going to add the ability to actually record the payment here within this overdue invoices. So the customer, the end customer, can always just do the payments all within the self-service app as well. The second thing would be the promotion QR code. So let me switch to Sage 300. So let's say I want to run a sales promotion. What I can do is go into sales order entry and create quotations. So right now I already had quotations created before. Quotation 2, I call it May Lighting Promo. I already added 2 items in there. If I go into the details, you can see the desk lamp. I actually put in a 10% discount for the desk lamp. And then for the other item, which is the fluorescent bulb, I put in a 5% discount for this item. So once I have this particular quotation set up, what I can do is I can click on this QR code button, and then I can select a promotion template. Let's say I want to choose this lighting promo template. I click generate. And then this would be the promotion template or the message I want to send out. I can simply click send mail. And since I'm using Outlook, it actually generates the email with the QR code inside Outlook. And I can send it out to either a particular customer or group of customers, etc. So let's say I'm that Mr. Ronald Platt, I got this email from the business, and then say there's a promotion. And if I want to take advantage of this promotion, what I can do is back to my self-service app. I can click on the QR code icon on the upper right, scan the QR code I got from the email, and then basically I can see it already pre-fills the order, and you can see there are 2 items in there. There's a discount of 10% for the fluorescent desk lamp if I order 5, and also there's a 5% discount if I order 10. So basically all the things are all filled in, discounts auto applied. All I need to do is post, and then I will be placing an order with you with the promotion pricing. Very quick and easy. And then, of course, I can pay as well. And this would be the same as what I showed you before. The next feature would be the POS mode. So let me switch to another device. This is an Android tablet. Now I'm running SalesAnywhere on an Android tablet. And if I'm running it on an Android tablet, then there's a POS button that would show up. And we assume that if people are going to use it like a POS, then they will most likely be running it on tablet rather than a very small phone that you need to hold all the time. So let's say I'm opening up this pop-up store in the morning. I can select the POS mode, and then I need to select a particular customer. Since it's a pop-up store, the customers would be walk-in customers. So I select this special walk-in customer. And then this would be the main screen where I would be using for the whole day. So this is the POS mode screen. And on the left is actually showing item groups. These item groups are set up inside SalesAnywhere. You can set up unlimited number of groups and also assign items into different groups. Let's say I want some customer comes in, they want to order a few items, then I can actually select the correct group, and then basically this customer wants 2 of these and 1 of 2 of these, and you can see I can click on the plus minus button to add quantities to the right side. I can also select a particular item and then put in the number, and if it's a large number, and then I can go back to the home page. Let's say another category, the customer took a couple notebooks. And then after I'm done with all the items, one thing I want to emphasize, like if I have barcode scanner, a Bluetooth barcode scanner or a handheld barcode scanner attached to this tablet, I can also scan barcodes on the products. So once I'm done with all the items, then click post. And this transaction would be pushed in your Sage 300 system real time as well. So if I choose payment method this time around, let's say MasterCard, the customer is paying MasterCard, I can charge the MasterCard. Yeah, since it's a POS mode, I think it's sensible that you require your customer to pay right away. So we basically just like pull up the payment screen right away automatically. So now this card is charged successfully. And then we are done with the payment. Then the final screen, I can select no receipt, or I can also send a receipt to a customer. But now, because it's a POS mode, I most likely would need to print a receipt for the customer. So if I click print, it can connect to Bluetooth receipt printers connected to my tablet. So I have one here. So if I click on that, it would actually generate the receipt in 300 format, which is like a receipt you see in the supermarket. So right now the receipt is printed, and actually receipt printer is right in front of the tablet. So what I can do is I'll call up the camera, and you can see like this is the receipt printer, and this is the receipt that was just printed out. So basically I can just give this receipt to the customer right away. And then once I'm done, I click on the plus sign on the upper right corner, and that clears the transaction. And next customer comes in, I can start another transaction again. So basically, I can be staying on this screen, do a lot of different transactions during the day. I don't have to go back to the main menu for the different transactions. So this is the mini POS mode that we are going to add to the product.